call is now being recorded.
This is Vigalantee for Tell It Like a T.I. Is and ReasonForRhymes.com. On the horn, we have a legend. I'm going to say a legend because she's doing what a lot of fellows in the city ain't doing. She's making a name for Kansas City and repping Kansas City all the way in New York with Snoop Dogg. This is Morawsha. What's going on, Miss Lady?
Hello, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. Kind of let people, for the people who don't know, everybody should know, because if you watch battle rap and you watch the things that you did with Snoop, they should know your name. But for the folks that may not know, let people know what your name is and what you do.
My name is Morawsha. I'm an artist, do music, I battle rap, and you can Google me, you can find me on YouTube. I'm well known, So if they don't know me, they've been having they head in the ground,
I know that's right. Here's the thing that I love about your battles. When I first seen you, I think it was with AHAT, and you was representing the city. I said, "Whoa, wait a minute," because I'm an avid battle rapper. You know what I'm saying? So I like, I like to do battle raps. I like the whole nine of. I like the whole, mystique of it. So when I saw Kansas City, Missouri, I said, "Wait a minute." And you went in. And see, a lot of those rappers don't understand the style. You got speed lyrics, you got bars, and what to me, what really gets me about you, out of all that, I'm gonna be honest with you, sister. You be looking fine in the mug. You keep it real beautiful when you're on the stage. You do. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm like, all right, now you be looking good, girl. I ain't never see you always look sexy. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
You make thick look good, baby. I'll tell you that now. Y'all need to check her out on the Boss Chick Battle League too. That's where she's kicking butt at. So yeah, you always look good. I was telling Chelsea Clyde, I was like, man, what I like about her, man, it's her confidence. You know what I'm saying? I was raised in Georgia, so I love thick women. Don't get it twisted. And you look so good on stage, though. You look so good on stage, and what be going in your mindset when you got a girl barking on you, talking about you a B and all these different things? Are you thinking about a rebuttal, or are you going with your set lyrics? How do you prepare to battle somebody? And plus, you're never having a home game. You're always on the road.
Well, I feed off of the negative energy, so if people are going against me, then that gives me more fuel to my fire, you know what I'm saying? And then I burn brighter than anything. So that's what they love. I think I like the challenge of taking my respect when I go to other areas, because when I'm in Kansas City, I'm going to automatically get that respect. I like the challenge of, okay, what can I do? I like when people go against me. I like being the underdog, and because I like to prove people wrong. And, when people crack jokes about me, I'm so confident within myself. I'm my biggest critic. So if anybody can hurt my feelings, it's myself. I'm my own enemy, and when they talk about me, I know I'm attractive. There's nothing you can tell me. You know what I'm saying? That's why my rebuttals be the way they do. If you go watch the QB battle, how I rebuttal the fact of, my style. You know what I'm saying? But, by me being a little thicker than they are, you know what I'm saying, that's what they choose to attack. But they over-exaggerated. I'm not 300 pounds. None of that.
We see it, baby. Don't even worry about it. We see. We see. Hey, we see. Trust me.
Right.
We see, and you always keep it sexy. And the QB, hey, QB, I mean, you killed her. You beat her. She got her butt whooped. Now, QB is, Diamond, whatever you want to call her. She had a tough battle against Jazz the Rapper, but you beat her. I don't care what nobody say, because when you watch that battle, you see she comes with that confidence. But the part that I liked about that battle is when you broke it down by her style is too old. Remember?
Yeah.
You was talking about her style. You do the same old tricks, and you was speeding it up. And it's true, she got one trick, she got one style, and it didn't work with you because your rebuttal killed her.
Right.
So that was definitely a great win for you over her, because she do have, a big name in New York, and she's been on the URL stage. And I tell you, one of my dream matchups. I think I would be in heaven if I had you versus official. Oh my God!
I know.
I knew you was going to say that. Just battle in my house. Just battle in my house. I get my popcorn and watch two bad, beautiful, thick women go at it. Go at it.
Everybody say that.
Yeah,
they've been saying that for years.
Yeah, I think that would be a great battle. Great battle, because y'all both, in a sense, are doing the same thing. Y'all coming from other areas and being in a biased market, and y'all bars are proving that y'all belong with any other female or male on that stage. So y'all both have, to me, it's the hardest thing to go into hostile crowds, especially not in New York can be sometimes, and just take the crowd over. They don't be with you at first, but as you continue to bars, if you're a bar listener, you can't help but to go with you and official. I want to see that battle. That's a battle definitely that I want to see, and I will pay to see that. You know, because y'all both under the, you know, in a sense, y'all still, you know, I think she proved her point. You know, against Jazz when she beat Jazz. The irony of this battle between y'all, she beat Jazz and you beat QB. You see what I'm saying? At one time, there was number 1 and 2 people, in the female battle game, and y'all both got victories over the top 2. So I would love that. So let me ask you a question: by you being a battle rapper, I've seen some of your videos or some of your songs. You actually can do music, which sometimes the stigma on battle rap, whether it be male or female, is that they can battle, but their music does not be the same. But you actually got good music. Is that because I think that's more of a Kansas City thing, because Kansas City get down when it comes to music and spitting their game. What you think?
Well, I was an artist first. So, you know, with some similarities of battle rap and music, you know, being an artist like performance and bars and some stuff are similar, I had those qualities. So my bro King Versus, shout out to him, he was like, you know, and a few other, you know, my folks, they was like, you know, you should try it because you're so good at this. Like, imagine how good you would be at that. So I tried it, and then I just took off from there. I was in Kansas City. Next thing you know, I'm in Vegas getting booked. So, you know what I'm saying, I already had qualities of a battle rapper, and that's why I always did good music, but music was first, so.
And that's a good thing, because you can always go back to your music. But the thing about battle rap, what it does do, it gets you out there. You get, you know, many views, so people, like you say, know who you are.
I just used it for marketing.
Exactly, and that's the smartest way to do it. That is the smartest way to do it. But tell me, how did Snoop hook up with you?
A lot of battle rappers, artists, like celebrities, they watch us because we do what they can't do. And we're always entertained by stuff that we can't do. Like, we watch boxing, we watch football. Although we can play football, we're not in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? We tend to watch what we can do, and we become fans of it. So, you know, it's still a part of hip-hop. So big celebrities watch us. We celebrities to them. That's how he explained it to us when we was at the BET Awards. You know, he flew us all out, and he was talking like, you know, y'all celebrities, y'all just don't understand it, you know. And, you know, he was telling us about marketing ourselves or whatever, but he's not the only one, believe it or not. Because you know, you have people like Missy Elliott tweeting about us, and P. Diddy, and Busta Rhymes at events. You know, these big people love battle rap, you know, because it's a sport to them, and you know, so it's the internet. So however he found me, I think it was the AHAT battle. That's like my top view battle. Yeah. But after someone watched you, it was something about me that was different from them on the East Coast and the West Coast and down south, you know, and from the St. Louis people, I was just different. And I have a personality.
Because you spit those bars rapid fire too. You got rapid fire flow. You know, it's in Midwest. You know that's where that style came from. You know, you can name, and you do it in a smooth way, and you do it in a battle way. And another thing I like about what you do, I don't know if you notice that you do this. When they be talking about you, you look over to somebody and you be laughing. You know, it don't even rattle you. That's what, to me, that's what would be probably hard, because I used to battle rap. That probably be the hardest thing if somebody's just laughing. No matter if they throwing haymakers, you seem to be unfazed.
Yeah, the most disrespectful thing to do is to be unbothered. Like, if somebody say something to you and they ignore you, like, you ever been driving and somebody cuts you off and you all mad and you flip them off and it piss you off even more because they don't care? Like, that's the most ultimate. I use everyday situations like that, and I bring it in the ring with me, because mentally You can fuck. I mean, you can mess with them. I'm try to cuss on the internet, but you can mess with them.
Hey, my show. You can cuss. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, you can mentally bother them. You know what I'm saying? When you do stuff like that, I would hate for somebody to just laugh in my face. That's the most disrespectful thing, and you so serious, and you gonna sit here and laugh at me. But that very thing that they talk bad about me about when I first got in battle rap is the same thing they love about me now because I'm refreshing. I'm not like the rest of y'all. I can sit up here, I can laugh. What you want me to be serious for? It ain't real. It's battle rap. It's I can laugh because laughing keeps me unpredictable.
It does. Let me ask you this: have it ever got to a point where you felt that an opponent was pressing too much? To make you say
when Norma pushed me.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
I felt more offended with Norma pushing me versus QB talking about my dead mama. That's real talk.
I saw that too. Yeah. And I saw that, and it didn't. And when QB did that, it didn't work. It didn't work. People looked at her like she was stupid. But so when you get in people's heads like that, and you normally you're not coming with a big entourage when you're there, are you? You coming kind of dolo, ain't you? For the most part, right? Exactly. So, So, like I say, it's a lot of other females. I know they like you. You can tell. You can just tell in the audience. You can tell. Jazz, the rapper, she definitely talked about your bars, especially against Norma. She talked about that she can spit. So these people, and she's one of the top, female rappers, and they recognize you. They know you're dangerous. So you got this new album out. Let people know what you got coming up right now.
Well, I have my album that been out. It's called like Hello. I got an album, 2 mixtapes, and a DVD out. You can find those on iTunes, but I'm working on my new album, and it's gonna be self-titled Morawsha. And the reason for that is because, I had to learn about myself. Although I thought I knew myself, but I didn't. It's a lot of stuff that I was afraid of, and it's a lot of stuff I'm afraid to talk about. And this album, I'm gonna talk about it, and it's okay to talk about pain. Pain and stuff that you go through, and I was 22 when my last album dropped. I'm 25 now. I've been through a lot, and I've grown a lot, and I've been through relationship type stuff. And people want to hear that, like Nicki Minaj. This last album, you hear more relationship stuff, and it shows how much she's grown as an artist. So that's what I want to show people, that I'm still a woman, because it affects my everyday life. Like, believe it or not, when I try to date dudes, like, they'll look at me, if I show any type of sensitive, feminine type ways, it'll kind of surprise them, like, dang, I didn't know you was, but I'm a woman, don't forget that, you know what I'm saying? And so I want to show people that I'm still a woman at the end of the day, and I'm going to let y'all know that, you know what I'm saying? It's not always tough, you know.
And that's the thing, everybody got feelings, you know what I'm saying? And like I say, you can see it, me, I can see, when I see you on stage, like I say, I definitely don't see the, tough person or something like that. What I mean by that is I see somebody that can, wants love, can be loved, can have fun. I see it's all the above. Whatever you need to be at, you can be. And I think in battle rap is the perfect thing, to get that aggression out and everything you want to get out there, and then go back to your normal life. But I guess, when people are seeing you, on the internet and things like that, and your heart spit. So to have an album like that to show your growth, just shows that you're coming, you're 25, so you're stepping into your womanhood, and to go through pain of losing your mother. I just, it's something I hadn't happened to me, so I can only imagine what it at. And then that you're doing so well now, so I know she's will be proud of you, because look what you're doing. You're coming out of Kansas City. When you think about Kansas City, when it comes to artists, you can only name a few. You can name Tech. Rich the Factor, definitely an underground king. You name Janelle Monáe. It's only limited people that you can name that's really getting out there, like that Tech 9, of course. And so for you to be repping that, repping Kansas City, and really when you rep Kansas City, you basically rep both sides because we're so close. How does it feel to have the city on your back when you go different places?
Well, I mean, it had its good and its bad, because when I first started battle rapping, I got a lot of bad feedback because, I was different. And they expected me to sound like Farrah and Tory, but I'm not East Coast. And y'all forget that Kansas City makes some of the best that's all Kansas City does, this funk type music. That was my advantage. That was my advantage. So, by me having that knowledge and what I could say, you know what I'm saying? Like, that, it made it more refreshing to everybody that was on the outside. And when everybody on the outside got on board, then that's when everybody on the inside got on board. You know what I'm saying? And when people see me in the city, they probably won't speak. But I'm pretty sure a lot of people know me more than what they think or whatever, but they be afraid to speak. Don't be afraid to speak to me. You see me because it's kind of weird for you to just look at me. I feel weird now. I'm paranoid. Yeah. You know, say something.
Welcome to
right. But I feel good to have my city behind me because, you know, I know that I could travel by myself, but I know it's like a spirit that carries with me, and that spirit is my city.
Exactly.
You know, that spirit is my city.
We're going to keep pushing you. We're going to keep pushing because this is definitely going up tomorrow on Reason for Rhyme. So, and now also what I try to do to show people that rappers and especially battle rappers, because I interviewed A-Verb and a couple other battle rappers. How do you feel about what's going on with, you know, all the violence, you know, not just black on black crime, but what's going on with police brutality and what happened to Sandra Bland? Because, you know, that can happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Get stopped because you go to different cities and stuff like that. I mean, in your mindset, do you ever think about writing about that too, along with your pain?
I really wouldn't, you know, as far as the artist perspective, I feel like stuff like that is more on a personal level. Okay. And, you know, people could disagree with me on that one, you know what I'm saying? But certain things I don't talk about, that's politics, that's the Illuminati, and that's, you know what I'm saying, religion. There's certain things I don't talk about, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
For certain reasons.
Okay,
but
you got your
to talk about it, to talk about it, like if we was to talk, like me and you right now, we talking about business, but we on a personal level. I could talk about it. You know, and I've had, you know, brothers of mine that got killed by other black person. And I've had people that got killed because of racism. And at the end of the day, it's the same. Because, you know what I'm saying, they're still gone. At the end of the day, wrong is wrong and violence is violence. But what I explain to people, don't get surprised when you see racism. You see it happen. It's been happening. You know, it's been happening. So why are you getting surprised? Because it happens. Know that it can happen to you at any given time, and it can happen to anybody else. And it's not about color anymore, for real. It's about them against us. And I want people to realize that because the color thing keeps popping up because they want to distract us from what's really going on. It's a bigger picture that's going on, and it's way bigger than color. Racism, it ain't nothing new. But trust me, it's them against us. And what I mean by them, it's way more than just white people. It's the government. Trust me, they bigger than that.
Okay, but you know, white supremacy is always behind everything when it comes down to it. When it comes to black people, are. I'm gonna let you come. This is for you to speak on. I have my own views on that, but I would just say this because we are going to be on a national site. Is that that black people are still a target, and we was not meant to be regular citizens in the United States. Period.
We'll forever be a target.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's about us getting more unity against this thing and getting ourselves together. Because when you mention minorities, I'm just going to throw this to you real quick. Think about when you say minorities, you saying Mexicans and every type of other race that's considered minority. When they did that to us and put us as minorities, that separate us. So now when a company hires somebody, they can hire a Mexican and say, we already hired a minority, so we already met the quota. Black people who built this country still hadn't got their just due yet. So it's a lot of things going in, but I'm glad that I can see how your mindset is, and that's all we need to know, that it's more depth to you than just music, than just battle rap. And sometimes,
but how could we overcome what they doing to us when we doing it to ourselves? We have to build as people first, because we're not going to be strong going against each other. And I had made a post about this, because whenever a black person get killed right up the street from where you live, everybody want to be quiet. But let something happen like the Sandra Bland, everybody want to be detectives and lawyers and all that type of stuff. No, wrong is wrong. And if you know somebody out there doing wrong, you speak on that. Because like I said, my brother ended up getting killed, and people act like they don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to be detectives because racism come along. No, be detectives because that was your loved one that got hurt. You figure out what's going on in your own neighborhoods. Let's stop hurting each other, because it makes more sense for them to try to knock us off before us trying to knock ourselves off. You feel me? They outsiders. They outsiders.
Spit that, girl. Spit that. fit that.
Right. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I agree with you. I agree with you. And there's a lot of things that we definitely got to clean up. And I had put our album out a couple of years ago called Black Revolution Inside Out. We got to clean our inside so we can do something outside. We got to clean our own self up. And that's going to be the toughest thing. But I tell you what can happen is you doing what you're doing in battle rap and your music, you can be inspirational for a young girl that want to do her music and want to be a battle rapper. You are setting an example. You, Janelle Monáe, y'all are setting an example for people that's under y'all. 15-year-olds that's watching you, the 10-year-old that say, I want to be like that. I want to do battle rap. And then other things that you talk about, like going into, I hope that somebody will grab you, because I believe that when this album comes out, I believe you got a story to tell. I think that we don't, like you said, you don't like to really divulge in that, but I think that down the road, I think that's going to be one of your callings, is being inspirational to not just, men, but to young girls to believe that through all the pain, you still can go out there and make something out yourself just like what you're doing. I think that's going to be your destiny, because your energy that I hear on the phone, and the seriousness of what you're saying, I think that you can be an asset. And that's what these young girls are missing that too.
Yeah, and they're missing to love themselves. Little girls walking around here want to be baby mamas and forget to be wives and fiancés. They don't want that no more, and it saddens me, because you got to learn to love yourself. Don't think somebody else can make you happy. You can't even make yourself happy. No doubt. And I teach people to, people will hit me up. They be like, oh, you inspire me, my confidence, and learn to love myself, because I'm dark-skinned. I'm everything that they go against. I'm dark-skinned. I'm not tall. I'm not the model type, you know what I'm saying? But I still love myself at the end of the day, and I'm still take care of myself, like I'm the most precious thing on earth, so I'm going to step out, and I'm going to present myself to the lady, and I'm going to look nice, because as a woman, you're supposed to look nice. But beauty is the eye of the beholder, and just be beautiful within. That's what I try to teach people. Because I'm dark-skinned and everything,
That's okay. That's okay, Chocolate Sunday. You're good.
Yeah.
You're good. So don't even worry about that. You're good. And it shows. Your confidence shows, and you're so right that young girls can see that and feel, good about themselves. And that's why I'm talking about the inspiration, by you telling them that. And because a lot of times they look at their so-called stars, and the stars are so, arrogant and things like that, and you're being real and loving yourself. And when you love yourself, can't nobody do no harm to you, because you know who you are and you love yourself. So those are real jewels that you're dropping. Now let me ask you a question. Where can they find you at if the fans want to catch up on you?
Well, I have music on iTunes. You can find me on iTunes. Of course, YouTube. You can Google me. Morawsha. My name is Morawsha. That's my real name. That's what I choose to go by. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all the same, Morawsha. Just type it in and it'll pop right on up. I make it simple for people to find me. Only tough thing you gonna go about is trying to remember how to spell my name, but just remember M-O is in Missouri.
Exactly.
And Raw and S-H-A, that's it.
Yep. That's dope. So, do you have any battles coming up?
Yes, I have one coming up here in Kansas City with Soul Bandits. It's October 17th, and it should be a Club Privilege versus Yodi Slim from St. Louis. Okay.
Hey, so, you gonna bring? With St. Louis ain't coming down here and getting no win, right?
They better bring their picket signs, you hear me? Because only way they go with it, they protesting. That's the only way they're going to be strong with it, because other than that.
Well, it was good to have you on. We're going to do some updates with you, too. And we definitely, make sure you hit Chauncey Cloud up and send one of your joints, because we got a countdown thing we got here called Kansas City Jams Countdown. Matter of fact, Luck Kennedy got the #1 song this week, with a song called I Dare You. So sing your joints in so we can get you down on the countdown and get your music going and playing. Cause like what we're doing a little something different than what Underground Heat is doing. Underground, we call them Underground Defeat, because they forgot how to bring heat, because they don't want to put local people on like they should. So we said we'll take over it until they decide to be Underground Heat. We're gonna call them Underground Defeat. That's what it's all about. So get with Chums Clyde, please send a track, and we want to promote you and promote your brand and everything. All right, well, thank you, sister, for coming on and really speaking that real stuff. And that's refreshing to hear somebody that got perspective. But, you know, that's a Kansas City thing any damn way.
Right.
So any shout out before we get up out of here? Go ahead.
Shout out to Deuce Star Records. Shout out to Deuce Star Records, DOR, it's Papa Willow, Young Twan, Banks, you know, all my bros or whatever. Shout out to Kansas City. Shout out to Ms. the Great, that's my manager. Bars and Bra Straps, you know. Shout out to my local battle rap leagues, Throne Room. Shout out to my Throne Room fellas. Shout out to Soul Bandits. You know, shout out to my beautiful ladies out there, you know, that's putting it down, and shout out to my mothers, you know, that's you know, doing what you're supposed to do out here, and you know, shout out to everybody that support me, all my fans and my supporters, and I appreciate the love and support, you know.
No doubt, no doubt. Well, you know, on Tell It Like a T.I. Is what we just did, and Morawsha just told it like a T.I. is. Thank you, sister, for being on the show. You did a great job, and I hope to get you back on, and hopefully we'll call you back in a few weeks, let you know you might have the #1 song on the jam. You never know.
Most definitely. I appreciate it.
And no problem, all right? Peace out, my sister.
All right, bye-bye.